Hi, it's Debbie Williams here, and today I'm going to do a free hypnosis trance to help you if you're an actor or performer, so that you remember your lines and exactly what you're supposed to do. So just sit for a spell and allow your feet to be flat on the floor and your arms resting on your lap as you close your eyes to go on a journey of discovery, of doing exactly what top athletes do, of imagining the finishing line, of seeing yourself walking off stage at the end of the performance with a smile on your face that lets you know that went absolutely fantastically. And the more you listen, the clearer the images will become, because to begin with, you don't have to see clearly. You can just get a sense of it, because I want you to see in mind the big picture of what you want to happen, of seeing yourself successful. And then let's back up a little bit. Let's imagine what would halfway look like. What would you be seeing? What would you be saying to yourself? And how would you be feeling? And what would a quarter of the way look like? What would it feel like? What would it sound like? And I want you to imagine now of stepping into the role of a favourite actor, so that you can gauge from their experience of how they see out through the world, how they talk to themselves, how they feel, and how they prepare to remember their lines or to do their performance. What little idiosyncrasies are you noticing? And sometimes when you listen to this, you'll hear my voice, and other times you'll drift off into an experience of having a lesson with any number of actors or actresses that you admire, to help you and coach you on what you need to do to be the best you that you can be. And as you imagine what it feels like to see through their eyes, then step into the character of this performance and notice how it feels to be this character. And I want you to imagine that you've created for yourself their lines up above you on a big screen, so that whenever you look up, it's almost like you've got your auto cue up there. And as you practice your lines, maybe holding that auto cue or piece of card up there and reading out your lines, and then saying your lines in character, and then imagining again walking off stage at the end of the performance with a smile that lets you know everything went absolutely wonderful. And in absorbing moments, you can allow yourself to see through those eyes of being the Steven Spielberg of your own life and directing the movie of your performances. So let's replay exactly how you'd like it to be, as you watch yourself in mind, seeing yourself performing well, and you have sat with you a team of coaches, a team of exceptional actors. And a client of mine would have her team there, and she would have the one chap saying, no, go over that again, right, turn your posture here and play through it again. And she'd do that again, and she'd watch it first so that she could see exactly what she needed to float into to replicate that. And she could see in advance the power of the pauses, because when you pause, like any exceptional orator, it allows space for the audience to process. And what seems like an eternity can be just the right amount of time for you to look up and to see your own auto cue of the next lines, especially if you've practiced that in advance. Then it's just like a top athlete who's seen themselves winning the race over and over, and then they floated into their own movie and they've ran that race, and they've seen themselves passing the finishing line, and every competitor is small compared to them because they've stepped up to the mark. And I want you now to imagine on stage and feeling your energy expanding to the end of your fingers out through the edge of the theatre, the energy from the front expanding forward, upwards, like this big bubble of energy and light, where you have all the time that you want to do this performance as you're in character. And you can hear the voice inside your mind that you most believe telling you, I can do this. I was born to be the best that I can be. And any limitations that you have are just fading away. And also inside your mind, you have your own inner comedian to remind you to lighten up. That this is just play, as you play in this play. And that doesn't mean that you can't be the best that you can be. But in the words of another client of mine, she has the comedian Joe Pasquale in her head telling her, it's all allowed a cat really, isn't it? And it reminds us sometimes to stop being so serious, to lighten up and stop being so dramatic, and to just enjoy this. You're here to entertain and to connect. And as you do that by stepping into your character, there's no room for these internal voices or doubts or fears. You've left them well behind. And as you have now a team within of actors you admire, they're coaching you to be the best that you can. See, when I've been a trainer on the Trainers course for NLP, one of the things that we do, we video people's performances, and then I sit with different people and we watch it, and I said, okay, so what did you do that you liked? And they feed back, and I feed back other stuff that I've noticed that they may have missed. And then I say, what did you do that you feel that you want to improve on for next performance? And they go through and they think, well, I think I need to do this. And if I've got some skills to offer them, I will offer them in ways that they can accomplish their goal. And I want you to do the same, that every time that you do a rehearsal, then take a step back and close your eyes and just replay it in mind, building the machine in mind now, which is already there. We can see movies inside our mind. Sometimes we go to a film and we expect it to be fantastic because it's been made from the book, and we come away disappointed because our own movie was far superior than what the director came up with. And see, you are a movie-making machine already. And the more you listen here, the more you feel yourself just relaxing, knowing that my voice will go with you to help you, to guide you, to be in character. And then when you walk off stage, you leave any emotion or anything that's part of that character that doesn't serve you. You leave it there for good. And it's good to practice stepping in and out of character so that you know instinctively the difference, and you don't take on board any emotions that don't serve you. Yet you have the freedom to take on board anything that's useful, anything that's positive. And now, as I count back from 5 to 1, you can come back into the room with a renewed sense of energy optimism, clarity, and looking forward to your next performance. 5, feeling an energizing shower like a power shower and it's washing through. 4, now is the time to take your freedom. As the water clears, so does your thinking, to give you the freedom to perform at your absolute best, and that every day in every way, everything just gets better and better. 2, allow you to sleep comfortably and peacefully as your mastermind group of phenomenal actors carry on the process of coaching you so that your unconscious learns, and each time you start to practice, it's as if you've made a quantum leap forward, and it just gets easier and easier to feel more and more at one.